In this video I'm going to be showing you how to install Symfony, so I'll be doing this from scratch. So I'm going to be installing PHP, enabling a few PHP extensions that are required by Symfony, installing Composer, downloading and setting up the Symfony command line tool, and then using that tool to create and run a demo Symfony application. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to start by going to the Google Chrome web browser, and I'm going to do search for PHP, and then I'm going to go to the php.net website, and I'm going to click the download button, and then click the binaries available for Microsoft Windows. So click that link, and I'm going to download the non-thread safe version, so click on the zip link to download the zip file. Okay, after downloading the zip file, open up the downloads folder, right click, and there will be an extract option for you to use. So I'm going to use this option here to extract it to its own folder. And if you open up the folder, you've got all the PHP files here. So I'm just going to go back, rename this folder to PHP. Then I'm going to cut, go to my C drive, and then I'm going to paste it in the C drive here. Okay, so that's minimize. Okay, if I click the start button, type in CMD, and then open up the command prompt, and then zoom in so you can see the text. Type in php-v. That's not going to work, so we actually need to make it so that PHP can be reached. So we need to set up an environment variable, so click on the start button again, type in environment, and you'll get the option edit the system environment variables. Click that, and then click the environment variables button, and then left click the path variable, and then click the edit button. So what we want to do here is add in a new environment variable for PHP. So type in, click the new button, and then type in C:/ and then PHP. So this will be the location for the PHP folder, that we just added. Hit the enter button, and then press OK. Press OK in this window, and then OK again. So close this command prompt, and then open up again. So click the start button, type in CMD, and then open the command prompt. Zoom in again. So if I type in php-v this time, it'll work. So because of that environment variable setup, it allows us to, it's going to read the PHP folder, and then we're able to sort of run PHP no matter which location we're in. So that's good, so that's all set up. So the next step now is to install Composer. So if I go back to the web browser, just going to open up a new tab, type in Composer in the search, click on the Composer to go to the getcomposer.org website. So click the download button, and what we want is the composer-setup.exe, so we want that file so click that to download. Should be pretty quick, so go to the downloads folder, and we're going to double click the Composer setup to install Composer. Yes, install for your user, and you just go through the Composer setup. So I'll just leave this unticked, click next. So it's picked up the location of PHP, which is great, so click next. We can ignore the proxy settings, so click next. Okay, click the install button to start the installation. Click the next button, Okay, and that should be finished, so click the finish button. I'm going to close this command prompt, so if I click the start button, type in CMD, but this time I'm going to run as administrator, so Composer actually requires the administrator access for it to work, so maximize. So if I type in Composer, and Composer is working, you should see Composer, and then it will give you a list of commands that you can use, and then the flags that you can use to it. So Composer is set up and working. Oh, actually, there's one step that I forgot to I was meant to do after the PHP, and that is to enable the extensions. So I'm going to go and do that now. So if I go to the PHP folder, okay, once in the PHP folder, if you look for a file with the icon that's got like a gear on, so this will be the PHP ini file. So if you right click, open, and you'll be in the PHP ini file. So what you want to do is do a search for extension. So I've already got it here, but type in extension equals, add the semicolon at the beginning, and then that's what we're after. So these will be the extensions. So I'll close that. Scroll down. So this is a list of extensions. So the semicolon means that the extension is actually disabled at the moment. So you actually have to get rid of the semicolon in order to enable it. So the extensions we want to enable are the internationalization extension. So it would be this one. So get rid of the semicolon from here. Then we want the SQLite. We want to enable that extension. So get rid of the semicolon from that one, and also the zip extension, so get rid of the semicolon from that. So hold down the control key and then press the S key on the keyboard, and that will save the file. So those three extensions have been enabled. So close this and we can check this as well. So if I just minimize this, go back to the terminal. Actually, I'm going to have to close this and open it again. So if I close this, type in CMD, open up the command prompt, and you can type in php-m. So -m will show you a list of the extensions, and you can see a list here. And we've got the zip, we've got the SQLite, and we've got the INTL, an internationalization extension enabled. So we've got all that. So those are currently loaded as they're shown up on this list. So that's done. So the next step is to download the Symfony command line tool. So if we go back to the browser, type in the search Symfony, and the main website will be symfony.com. So click that link, and I'll be on the main Symfony website. So click the download link at the top, the menu link, and you can download the CLI tool from here. So we're not going to use Scoop, we're going to download the binary. So, and depending on which system you're on, determines which version, which binary you're going to download. So 386 is for the 62-bit system, and AMD 64 is for the 64-bit system. So you can actually check this on the Windows system. So if you click the start icon, type in about, and you want to select about your PC, and you can check the system type. So the system type here shows that I'm using a 64-bit version of Windows. So that means I'll be downloading the AMD 64 binary. So if I close this, click the AMD 64 link, and then that will download the CLI tool. Click the downloads, click the icon to go to the downloads folder, extract the Symfony CLI tool, so I'll select to the folder. So if I open up the folder and I've got the exe which will run the CLI tool, so this isn't something you install, we need to set it up and so it can be run from the terminal. So if I go back, rename this folder to Symfony, and I'm going to right click, cut, and I'm going to stick this in the C drive. So go to the C drive, paste it in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to do what we did with PHP, and that is set up an environment variable. So this this file can be run wherever we are on the terminal, or command prompt, sorry. So click the start icon, type in environment to bring up this edit the system environment variables option. So click that, minimize this. Click the environment variables button, go to path, edit, and add in a new entry for Symfony. So click the new button, C:/ Symfony. Hit the enter key on the keyboard and then press the OK in the window, OK in this window, and OK in that window. So close the command prompt, type in cmd, and then run it as administrator. Minimize this so you can see, and type in Symfony. And as you can see, that's working. So it shows Symfony CLI's version. We've got a command here, so that's all working. So the next step is to set up a demo app. So Symfony actually comes with a demo app that you can use to sort of create an application that can be run, and then it will just show you a sample PHP application that's been built. So I'm going to change to my dev directory. So if I go back, go to users, and then my user account folder, which is mesh, and then there'll be a dev folder. So CLS to clear. So it'll be Symfony new --demo. So that will create the demo application. Also, I need to use --no-git, and that's because I haven't got Git set up on the system. So if I was to run it without no-git, then it will actually stop because it requires Git. But then you can use no-git to bypass that. So, and next I'm going to type in the name of the project. So I'll just call this test project. Hit the enter key, and that should create the project. By the way, I'll also add this command in the description of this video, so you don't have to type this out, you can just copy it from the description. Okay, that's done. It actually took longer than a minute. I think the download for the demo app took a bit of time, so that's why it can take a while. So if it does, then just let it carry on and just wait for the whole thing to finish. So that's done. So I'm going to change into the folder. So cd test project. So now I'm in that folder for the project. Type in dir. You can see all the files here. So I'll clear that. And if I run the app, so you would use Symfony serve, and that will run the app. Allow access whenever you get the pop-up. And you can see that there's a website address provided where you can access the app. So highlight the URL, right click, or actually won't be able to do that. So highlight the URL, hold down the control key on the keyboard, and then press the C, and that'll copy it. So now if I go back to the browser, right click, paste, and then hit the enter key, and the app should load. Okay, so we've actually got some deprecated warnings here. I think this is probably because I'm using like the very latest PHP, so I'll go back to the binaries because I'm using PHP 8.4. So it could very well be, but that this demo app, it isn't, well, just shows errors, but deprecated just means that it's using older functions, so which is fine. So they're not necessarily going to cause issues with the app, but then it will just show the warnings. But anyway, here's the app. So if I click the browse application button, and that will load up the demo app as it loads. And this is basically like a blog application. So if I click this, that will be show the view page, and you've got the view page there. So if I go back, by the way, if I wanted to get rid of these warnings, I could probably tweak the PHP error reporting so that it doesn't show deprecated messages, but it's still best for them to be shown while you're working, because like, so you know that deprecated functions are being used. Anyway, if I go back, try the admin backend. So I'm going to log into the admin. Provides you with some sample users. So I'm going to log in as the admin. So kitten will be the password. Press the sign in button. Don't want to save that. And you've got a list of the posts. So if I click the edit, more deprecated warning, click the edit. I'll change this to test, and then click the save changes, and then go back to the post list, and you can see that the change has been made there. Also, I think if I was using PHP 8.3, I don't think these deprecated warnings will be showing. Also, PHP 8.4 was released not long ago. It was only released in November. So it could be that the demo application hasn't been updated to resolve these issues. But anyway, this is like something that will just show for the demo, and it's not really something that will affect your like development when you're working with Symfony. But anyway, that's I've gone through everything that I need to for this video, so I hope this video has been helpful to you. Leave a comment below if you have any queries or issues, and thanks for watching.